Y'all want to do some love, give some support to my boy Devin, founder of Utah Nation. Continuous success, brother. And all I got to say is, it ain't no me without you, baby.
Ain't no me without you, baby.
It ain't no me without you, baby.
Yeah, you talk, it's the people show. Look, you talk, let the people know. Look, yeah.
This is hurricane season. Only legends come up out there, you like Chris and Teigen. Name a letter better, W, that's what we preaching. Hurricane force winds whenever we breezing. Got rings for a reason. Look, we treat a gator like the swamp people, and Seminoles like the block people. And for my dogs, I will drive people. Just being frank, I got they flank like a cornerback. And I ain't even much a Florida cat, but hurricanes, I know more of that than most. Cause I seen them turn our houses into boats. That's that real talk, baby. I hope you was taking notes. That's the real talk, baby. Yellow Nation, coast to coast. It's that Utah.
Yeah.
It's Utah, baby.
Yeah.
It's Utah, baby.
#1 podcast.
Yeah. Frankie Dog in the building, y'all. Hey, shout out to James Freeman, man. Utah family, what go on? This your boy D, man. And y'all got the usual corporates with me in the building tonight, man. It's a Friday night, man. And Frank, I'm still a little sick, man, but I'm gonna make it through, man. Freeman, I'm glad you in the building, man. I don't know what happened to Triple. Where Ghost at, man? Ghost fell off, man. I think Ghost coming back in, man, shortly, y'all. So, everybody, what's going on, man? Y'all know how we start off every show. It ain't no us. Let's go, fellas. Without you, baby.
Without you, baby.
What up? Kane Nation, what's going on? It's a Friday night. Shout out to my producer, man, the man himself, Mr. King Judge.
Production in the building.
I say, King Judge, what it do, boy? What's going on? Shout out to the chat, man. Everybody in the chat. Let's screen some names real quick. We got time tonight, Frankie Dog. We got time, James Freeman.
Yeah,
One Fly. Our brother, One Fly Flamingo in the building, man. What's going on, One Fly? What's going on, boss dog, man? Kyle Stalling is in the building, man. Kyle, man, where you been at, man? You done blocked me on Facebook, man. Kyle blocked me, man, Frankie Dog. Man, listen, I be typing it. I'm like, damn, where my dog at?
Kyle hit me up. He hit me up. He texted me, man. Me and Kyle be talking via text from time to time. He alive and well.
Yeah, man, I think Kyle, man, Kyle, you want to holler at me, man. Let me know what the hell going on, shawty, man. Hey, B-Hawk, what up? Shout out to B-Hawk, man. What's good, man? Cuban Kane in the building, man. They in the building, man. The fam, Eric Myrick. Joseph Bernard is in the building, man. Taz, what's up, Taz? Taz is in the building, man. We going to talk about it tonight, y'all. Listen, man, I'm still... Oh, you deactivated. Oh, they deactivated Kyle Stalling? They don't deactivate him? What happened, Kane?
They say need a break.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Hey, man, shout out. Hey, man, what's up, George, man? There you go, man. We got Ghost in the building, man. He done joined us, man. What's up?
What's up, baby? What's up, Utah?
It ain't nothing, man. Let's go around the room, man. Let's get everybody Friday night, man. Start with Larry Frank, man. How you doing tonight, sir? Talk to us.
I'm doing great, man. Me and James looking like Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd from Saturday Night Live in the 80s, bro. We just matched up, like we about to do a skit, but it is what it is. We repping the brand, but feeling great, man. Another Friday night. Let's go.
Talk to me, Freeman.
It's been a long week at work, but this makes it all worth it. Getting to spend a Friday evening with my brothers like you, talking Canes football. It's been a long 2 weeks, so let's get at it.
Darryl Drakeford is in the building, man. Y'all know that's family, man. D. Drake, what up, man? Talk to us, man. George, man. What's up with you, brother? How your Friday night going?
Another beautiful day in paradise, baby. Ready for tomorrow. And ready to see a shootout. That's what I think it's going to be.
That's what's up. Let's go, man. Utah family, man. Y'all ready for it? It's Utah, baby. Let's go.
It's Utah, baby.
Listen, it's here. Bye week. Y'all know how it normally goes off of a bye week, but let's hope. Let's hope, man, that we it doesn't happen. It happens in our favor, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's hope that the guys can come out. We got North Carolina tomorrow. What is it? A 4:00 game, fellas? 4:00 game?
ESPN2.
ESPN2, James said ESPN2. So We're going to go around the room. We're going to get it started. We're going to ask everybody what they want to see. And then y'all know it's the people show. We're going to open the lines up. We're going to open the chat up. And we're going to let y'all speak on it. It's y'all show. So, Larry Frank, man, what do you want to see out of your Miami Hurricanes tomorrow against North Carolina, man? Talk to me, brother. It's on you.
I want to see some passes caught, man. I'm tired of all these drops on the offensive side, man. Let's see some receptions. I mean, let's see the offense get down the field. Let's get in the red zone and not settle for field goals. Let's get pay dirt and get touchdowns instead of threes. And on the defensive side, man, can we please defend some receivers, man? Can we have a receiving core that don't come up here looking like some Heisman candidates against us every time? And this is North Carolina. Every time we play them, they set records against us in some form or fashion. I don't want this new starting quarterback to set a passing record tomorrow. I don't want it. So, hey, what's happening? So that's what I'm looking for, man. I'm just looking for us to rebound, and they've had a good 2 weeks to get off of that loss and get focused and get prepared, and let's see what they bring into the table, man. I want to see a better product. It's a new season. ACC is still wide open. We still control our destiny in that regard. I mean, I don't think nobody was looking for playoff appearances this year. You might have had a couple of wild predictions, but you're always going to have those outlandish ones. But, I mean, I still think ACC Coastal is the goal. And, I mean, hey, let's just win that and get to Charlotte, man. And tomorrow's the first step in doing it.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Great take, man. Come on, Freeman. Talk to us. What you want to see tomorrow, big dog? Talk to us, brother.
I want to see tomorrow 62-24, but us going against them. I'm tired of losing to Mac Brown. You know, 9 months ago when this journey started, we kept saying Mario's going to retire Mac Brown. Well, tomorrow is that opportunity to do that. I'm tired of looking at his smug look. He owns us. As a matter of fact, I would say that our football team probably has the same record, and no disrespect when I say this, Larry, with all love, probably has the same record of wins against UNC as Miami's basketball team does in the last few years, honestly. Ooh. And I'm not trying to be mean when I say that. I know you're a heel, and that's cool. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying facts. We joined a basketball conference, and our basketball team has won more ACC championships than our football team. And Tobacco Road has been where it stopped. Do you know that Miami's only ACC championship appearance has been when they've beaten North Carolina, Georgia Tech, Virginia, and Virginia Tech? We've gone 2-2, 1-3, but never beaten all four of them. And this starts a progression of all those games in a row with Florida State dabbled in there. And of course, we'll have our party on November 11th. But if we go on a win streak starting tomorrow, we'll be in Charlotte. I believe that. Regardless of what happens in the Clemson game, but this conference, we're just right there. We're just another team right now. And we've got to prove that we're more than just another team. And as far as Tyler Van Dyke goes tomorrow, I'm willing to give him one shot to redeem himself and let him finish where he started last year when that ball got batted down at the line of scrimmage. They got to leave it out on the field tomorrow, and they've got to go out there and play Miami football because the city behind me deserves a quality football team. Those are facts, and they don't got one right now.
Great point. Come on, Ghost. Talk to us, George.
Larry took it right out of my mouth, so I want to see a better product on the field tomorrow. I can say this, that practice this week was phenomenal. Tyler Van Dyke looked locked and loaded. I expect to see everything that they've been doing for this last week and a half to transition to tomorrow. I don't want to keep saying that they keep looking some sort of way on practice and then they show up on Saturday and everybody disappears. So you know what? It's time to show up on Saturday. So hopefully he comes in there and he slings it. I honestly think it's going to be a shootout tomorrow. And the defense, defense side of the ball, man, we got to make some plays. We got to make some plays. I think it's time to put James Williams in the box as a linebacker. And he's got to finally admit, if he wants to be a football player, he's got to finally admit that he's not it at safety. He needs to be a linebacker. And that's the only reason he didn't go to Georgia, he didn't go to Alabama, is when they had him in the school, they were telling him, hey, man, we're bringing you here as a linebacker. And he kept saying, I ain't coming. So I honestly think it's time to put him in the box, put him as a linebacker. Have Cameron Kitchens out there, Avante Williams, those are your best two safeties, and start making them play.
Great point. Great point. Let me ask the panel a question, and this is regarding the quarterback position. We all heard Mario say that he's gonna give TVD tonight. He's the quarterback. He didn't wave on it. He came out and he said it. Do you guys think that he's done enough to keep his job? We're going to go around the room the same way that we started. And I'm just curious. I mean, do you guys think that he's done enough to keep his starting job at the quarterback position? Right, Mr. Frank, I'll start with you.
Well, here's the thing you have to look at. What made Mario decide, because he announced it a couple of days ago, so they had a good week and a half of practice before he came out and announced it. So I'm looking at it from the aspect of what made Mario decide to stick with TVD. Did he show in practice something different that he hasn't been showing? Has Jake looked maybe not so good in practice and maybe not gave him the confidence to maybe move forward with him? Jake clearly moved the offense last game, but once again, something moved Mario to say, you know what, we're going to stick with TVD. The first 4 games, I wouldn't say that he's done enough to lose his job, but he certainly hasn't done enough to convince me that he should be the clear-cut starter moving forward. Right now, it's 50-50 for me. When you start off, first 2 passes, 2 picks, and you give 10 points, you should have went to the bench. And we covered that on the recap show last week. You know, he should have went to the bench earlier. Right. And that ain't no knock or no disrespect to him, but you're in a hole. At least change the narrative and go with something different earlier when you're not in as big of a hole as you got into when you made the substitution. Mm-hmm. So, hey, as Daryl Drakeford said, and I'm going to roll with what Daryl Drakeford said, Mario is the coach, and the coaches are out there, and we need to trust their judgment. Now, TVD comes out struggling, throwing to the other team, ineffective, missing receivers. I'm not going to count the receiver drops because that's not his fault. I mean, if he's getting it to the numbers and they're just not cradling it and catching it, that's not on him, that's on them. And by that same token, if those receivers are dropping passes, hey, rotate them. But if he comes out and does the same slow start and gives North Carolina an opportunity to get an early advantage, I think you got to rotate. Now, if he comes out and if he's as focused and he's had a great week and he's proven that, hey, he's ready to get the second win and get in this ACC slate, and he comes out doing what we saw him do last year, keep him in. Whatever it works, whatever it takes. You know, if he comes out slanging and 2-3 touchdowns and hitting receivers in the numbers, don't pull him. But if he becomes a liability, then absolutely, you have to do what you have to do because the season's not lost yet, but if you stick with something that's not being concrete and working, it could be.
For sure. Talk to me, Freeman.
You know, no. And I'm going to tell you why. I think that he had every opportunity to show at the moment that basically, you know, he had the Heisman hype. He had the draft talk. I'm not doubting he didn't put the work in, but at the moment of what his performance has shown, no. However, if he can get out of his own head and his receivers, like Larry said, can catch the darn ball, then we have a different story. That's why I'm all in for him tomorrow. You know, at ACC Media Days, he said the 2 games that he promised Cane fans he would win, is Florida State, North Carolina, which, you know, I'd like to win them all. But he knew that those 2 games, he left something out there. Well, here's the first game of those 2. You should be like that for all of them. But he's playing against a terrible defense, a defense that has allowed numerous amounts of yards. And you know, here's the thing, MTSU, I don't even want to talk about it, but realistically, Liberty beat the hell out of them. And after all that talk that was done by their coach, they get railroaded last Friday night. We didn't have a show. By the way, happy anniversary, D. I wanted to give props to the show for being on.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate
Be
it.
a part of this, and it needs to be recognized. So, and
Thank you.
And the Utah family, everybody. This is a celebration.
Everybody, yes.
So I wanted to bring that up. That was last Friday.
Thank you.
And sure
Thank you,
enough, you know, MTSU lays an egg after their coach was on radio shows and he's a former Florida State alum, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, but the truth of it is that was a terrible defense last week. And like Larry said, we can't afford to give any more points because their O is going to score. I mean, their offense is going to score. That's their bread and butter. This freshman kid, May, he's got it. I mean, he is. I see no difference from him from the guy he replaced last year that made us look like just absolute crap. I mean, honestly, what was his name, Larry? I forgot. The quarterback.
Sam
Howell.
Yeah, Howell. Thank you. And so basically, you know, Howell was looking like Larry Zonk out there. We were bouncing off, couldn't even tackle him. This kid's got a better arm. And, you know, can use his legs when he needs to. He comes from a family of athletes that have done great things at UNC. So, you know, I mean, I'm just tired of losing to freshman quarterbacks. And I know we're talking about Tyler, but that's another thing tomorrow. Are you going to let a freshman quarterback outdo you? Honestly, on a big stage, another national televised game when you've got other big-time recruits that are going to be there, not only committed to us, but also Ruben Bain, who is on the fence right now. And then you got a bunch of 2024 kids that are going to be in attendance tomorrow. Not only 5 stars, but in the top 247 in the 300. I mean, you got to show them something. You've got to show them something. And Tyler right now has not shown us anything, but tomorrow I feel that he will come out and prove us wrong. But to answer your question, through the first 4 games, he hasn't looked like a Heisman hopeful. He hasn't looked like a top 10 draft pick, according to Kuiper and McShay. I mean, that's facts right there. And is it part of the receiving core? Is it the O-line? Is it the fact that he's down to his 4th and 5th string running back? That needs to be talked about. How would this team look? How would he look if everybody was healthy right now? From Trevante, Citizen, Don Chaney, Rooster, you know, all of it, you know? That's got to be a question too. But you play with what you got. And sometimes the team is only as good as their quarterback. And right now you're looking at a 2-2 team.
And real quick before we turn it over to George, James touched on the recruits. Let me tell you who's going to be there tomorrow. I got the list right here. 2023. Francis Maui Goa, Jaden Wayne, Riley Williams, Nathaniel Joseph, Ruben Bain, Antonio Tripp, Frankie Tanalu, and Emory Williams. That's our 23 guys.
Yep.
24, 5 stars. David Stone, cornerback, Desmond Ricks, D lineman, Justin Scott, edge, Ernest Willer, edge, Booker Pickett, DB, Antoine Jackson, offensive lineman, Liam Andrews, and Eddie Pierre Lewis. All 4 stars or better. So we got some talent that's going to be in the house, so we got to show them something.
You'll have more than that.
That's what's up.
You'll have more than that because I know that they keep a number of guys like undercover, like they don't announce him and stuff, so schools don't know that he was there.
Right.
Gotcha.
So
Talk to us, George. It's on you.
Man, listen, I'm on this show as the insider. I'm gonna let some fans know some inside stuff. And I know as a fan that can't see it every day or whatever, all you can talk about is what you see on the field on Saturday, because that's all you see. All right. So yes, I get hard on Tyler. I said he needed to be shook because he just thought everything was owed to him, thanks to the media, thanks to all this crap, all this hyping that goes on. And he got shook, man. He got shook. I don't think he did enough yet to lose his job, and that's why I think Mario brought him back. And he looked like a different person in practice. So that's really why he's brought back, and he's starting this game. Jake Garcia is great. I love him. But at the same time, the guy, yeah, we could go back to it looked in the first 2 or 3 drives, he was moving the ball with the team. It looked like the team. That was motivation. Because after that, the ball didn't get moved. We went right back to the same thing. So let's be honest on both sides. So Tyler came back strong. He came back wanting his position. So, like I said, I expect to see all of this tomorrow. I'm done with let's do it Monday to Thursday and then not show up Saturday. It's time to show up Saturday. So if tomorrow he comes out and it's 2 or 3 drives and it's 3 and outs and the Bluebirds come out and you see that he gets down and all that, it's time to pull him. It's time to pull him. I don't think he's going to have a long leash, but I expect to see a different Tyler Van Dyke tomorrow. And back to the having 4 or 5th string running backs, tomorrow you got everybody. There's nobody out in that running back room. Everybody's playing. Everybody's healthy.
I guess one question I have for everybody real quick, and D, I don't know if you've got this on your question list. If he does struggle, 1 quarter tops or the whole half?
I don't think they'll give him more than a quarter.
They should.
Especially if the game's still winnable.
Couple of series. If he's struggling bad, like last game, couple of series in a row, you got to do what you got to do. Nothing personal.
Right.
It's business.
Right.
We agree on that. 1 quarter tops if he struggles.
The plan this year for realist fans, I'm talking about real fans, was the ACC. Get to the ACC championship. Right. That's still in sight. That is still in sight. That hasn't been done. I was one that said we would go 10-2, maybe 11-1.
Me too.
All right.
JD.
So,
JD.
What the hell just happened? Can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we still hear you.
Good.
Go ahead.
All right. So, what was I lost my thought. This thing connected.
Oh, you were talking about the record of the ACC.
ACC was our goal, right? So we're still on there. Xavier's working his way back. Jacoby George honestly should be playing, but he's not. And he'll be back in a week or so. Honestly, I think we could beat UNC in a shootout. Then we got a bad Duke team, and who else do we got right before
Virginia? Virginia's terrible. Virginia's worse than Duke. Virginia Tech is awful.
Is it fair to say that? Because
right,
I'm not hyping Duke by no stretch of the imagination, but they have been effective offensively in the first couple of games. And if Middle Tennessee can do what they did, why not Duke?
Right.
Well, if we're going to go off offensively, I think North Carolina has the best offense in the ACC.
They do.
Yeah,
they do. I agree.
You should be worried about tomorrow.
Oh, I am. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you I'm not. I'm scared as hell right now. Be 100.
You should be worried about every game.
I just don't show it. But deep down inside, man, my liver is quivering right now.
Listen, I'm scared too. And I say it's going to be a shootout. I'm scared too. I mean, at some point, our defense has got to show up.
Some point.
Yeah. Because every time we play North Carolina, defense has a meltdown. Sam Howell was born with 4th and 17. And then the next year, the 2 running backs with the historic performances. I'm tired of records. I'm tired of big defensive meltdowns.
Yep.
Let's go. You talk, man. State your name. Where you calling from?
What it do? Jamal Davis, Avon Park, Florida.
What up, Jamal Davis, man?
JD.
You on, man, when you talk tonight, man. You got your boy Frankie Dog in the building, man. Talk to us.
Frankie Dog will go back there and play that piano after
Boy, I might be singing the blues tomorrow, my brother.
What's good, man?
I called a comment on him being back in the lineup. I seen somebody put up a comment saying that one bad game, you want to get rid of him. Actually, I had 2 bad games. That was a bad game against
Right.
A&M too. He missed passes by throwing late, not leading receivers. Coach Hayes pointed all that out, and them could have been touchdowns. But the thing about it is, when they don't remember, they forget he took somebody's spot. That's how he got in the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be an open competition. I don't know what's going on, but it's clear to me that they don't work out the practice together. There's no team, and maybe Mario got to get his own players in, his players in there and driving in them, team. Because you could tell nobody ain't doing the effort and staying out the practice and working on timing with the quarterback. I mean, it's selfish players nowadays, man. It's all about them, and that's what it's about. I mean, you got to put that team back in a team. You got to do that extra stuff, and then that's why the timing off the route. I mean, the routes off and everything, man. I don't know if it's because this old senior class got to get out and they got to start new, but I say give Mario time, 3 years, 4 years, and hopefully that come back. But you could tell that it's not like that now.
I can't agree. Yeah, I'm here. I can't.
Go ahead, Frank.
Keep going.
Hey, JD, I hear what you're saying, bro, but I've had a lot of time to think on, because I hear a lot of people say give the coach his time. And don't get me wrong, I'm not advocating for Mario to be gone after 2 years. I'm not like that, but I'm not giving him that much of a cushion of 4 years because Mario, this isn't his first rodeo. This isn't like Manny. This isn't like Al Golden having come from a mid-major. Mario has been on the staff of the best, of the GOAT. He has evolved with football for the last 30 years. He can go to Oregon and inherit a program who, in my opinion, had less talent than this one and win immediately. So I'm not giving him 3 to 4 years, bro. I mean, like I said, I'm giving him 3 to 4 years, but I'm not going to use that as a cushion. In other words, I'll give you this season, but I expect dividends beginning next year because this ain't your first rodeo. You're the National Recruiter of the Year in 2015.
But you got to look at it like this, Larry Frank. I mean, you got to keep everything in content. Look where he was. He was in Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
It's not real good football out there. You got probably like 3 good teams.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to win out there.
Mm-hmm.
Now you come over here where football is God in the South and in the East Coast. You know, I ain't football big everywhere.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, we eat and breathe football down here.
Right.
So I'm saying, like, over there, competition ain't like it is over here.
I agree.
So it's easy to go out to Oregon and win. And I think, and when you come back and then you got like 5, 6 good teams in your division, that's hard. And then you got Florida State in Miami recruiting, and then you got all these other schools coming up, Division I now, they recruiting, taking all the talent. I mean, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why you got to give someone time to build a program. But with that said, you got to understand, children love to win, and they want to come to a winning program.
Can I ask you a question? Go ahead.
He's in a dilemma, but it's hard. But I say give him 3 years. You got to give him 3 years because he got to get his own players in there, and then you can go to criticizing real tough.
But real quick, JD, we're gonna play Cuban Kane and James Freeman tonight, right quick, because I'm gonna come back at you with this. Okay. I hear what you're saying. But I'm gonna be Cuban Kane on this one. So Mario was able to hang with Texas A&M, which clearly proved he knows what he's doing. He just had a couple of miscues. We could have won that game, but he gets blasted by Middle Tennessee. Now, to your point, you said that his competition that he didn't have in the Pac-12. Is Middle Tennessee equivalent or better than the competition he had in the Pac-12? I don't think it is.
But I'm going to give you on Middleton, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Their coach been there, and they've been showing improvement a lot, and they lose a lot, and they got to fight back and get more because they don't get recruited like the top schools. But he got a program and a system in place, and they come right into his program and his system, and they run it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying Mario got to get there and get his system in place.
I agree. I'm with you.
And see, and I mean, I think we giving Texas A&M too much credit. They garbage. You forget they got beat.
Mississippi State. Mississippi State, but didn't they turn around? Who they beat last week?
They beat Arkansas after us. We lost to Mississippi State, but they had a major injury. Their stud got hurt in the middle of the game. So I mean, that changed things.
What that was Alcorn State beat them or something? What the name was?
Appalachian State.
Appalachian State.
Appalachian State.
But Appalachian State plays everybody tough. They played us tough last year.
They almost beat this UNC team.
My point is like, why they play tough? Why they play everybody tough? How long the coach been now?
3 years now.
Yeah.
3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Because he took over for Satterfield when Satterfield went to Louisville.
He got elevated.
He got a system in place, right?
Right.
But I mean, it all boils down to, man, it's individual play now. There's no team play. Everybody about getting their highlights and getting on Sports Center and all of this, blah this and blah that. People get the big head because people talking about Heisman Trophy and all of this. And, I mean, you never know. I mean, I don't know what's going on down there, but I mean, I can tell by there ain't no chemistry because I can tell by the route running, the timing. They ain't working after practice. If you understand what I'm saying, I mean, like, if you want to be, you got to go the extra mile if you want to be good. If you devoted to bringing the school back, you got to be after practice. Hey, let's catch some ball. Let's run some route. Let's get our timing down. You probably don't see that. You probably don't even see none of them studying film.
I agree with that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Do they George the inside man? Do they?
George.
Hey,
you got inquiring minds want to know. That's your question, Mr. Insider. We're not there, Larry freaking James Freeman. What the hell's going on down there, Mr. Ghost?
Hey, you're absolutely right. And I'm leaving it at that.
Okay.
It's not hard. I mean, you can tell. You can tell it ain't no work out the practice. Everybody going doing them. They ain't devoted to the team.
JD, can I tell you something real quick? And this is something that I've talked with the guys off screen about, honestly. My thought was this. Did Mario, and I'm going to ask you this question, did Mario overestimate his players and the staff, or the players that he had on the roster? And I'm going to ask, and I want you to think about this, because the amount of money that was thrown around to get these guys to be a part of this coaching staff, I really believed, I'm not saying national championship, but they knew that they could at least win 10 games, 11 games, maybe compete for the ACC with the coaching staff in place to maybe coach these guys up to win year one, and then it makes it easier for recruiting. And the results were showing, and now, not that the guys are on the fence, because he's got some solid dudes that are on the way, but what about these 2024 kids and the guys after that he's trying to build relationships with down here? Because realistically, the neighbors look a lot better right now if you're going by that. So what's your thoughts on that, JD? I'd like to know, is it coaches or is it the players at this point?
But honestly, I don't like the play calling, what's going on. I don't think you got the line to run the offense he's trying to run. I think you put the ball and get it out quick. Put it in your playmaker's hands and go from there. Me personally, I think they need to be in a spread offense. But with that said, I mean, nowadays it comes to show that some of the athletes don't even know the play. You got to simplify the playbook.
Be the quality.
So I mean, I can't completely blame it on the coaches because I mean, it's up to the player to go play.
Yes.
Amen.
I can sit here and
I
can
think
say,
JD's talking
hey,
to somebody inside the university.
What's that? He know a little bit too much.
We've heard this before, right?
I can sit here and tell you, run a post. A post is you run 7 to 8 yards, go towards the goal post. Now, if he run and he run a out, is that coaching? Or is it the player? His head ain't in the game.
That's all player.
That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You can't keep blaming him. I mean, you could give them the material to get out there and play, but is they gonna do it? Cause I mean, I know they having praise. I know they tackling, but it come that game, they act like they couldn't even tackle. I know they ain't just tackling donuts now.
Right.
Real talk.
Come that they can't even tackle. I don't know, man. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure all of y'all play football or play some type of sport. You didn't have to get me hyped. I was ready to go. I had butterfly, but boy, I was ready for that first leg.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Music.
Yep. Music, everything.
So I'm just saying, I mean, like, these players, I mean, we pacify these players. Point blank. And I'm telling you, I got a nephew, a senior, and he's pacified.
It's the generation, bro.
He told me one day, it ain't a cornerback job to hit. What?
Oh, God.
So now you see what I'm saying?
Doesn't surprise me.
But hey, I don't know. I give him a couple of snaps, tell you the truth. Because this is the thing you got to understand. You got to keep it competitive. You got to keep it open. You can't just let someone keep messing up, and then the next game he's back in, and this dude's showing improvement. They do have something now called the transfer portal, and kids ain't waiting now. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yep.
And then everybody, oh, he was a Heisman candidate. But hey, man, it's just play on the field. It's nothing personal. You got to come ready to play.
Every time.
Because I just think about it. Just think about this right now, y'all. This is what you got to think about. Who job on the line? Miami been losing too long. It's been too long. And I know it's unrealistic, but they expect to win now.
All right, JD, I got to get you out of here. I got some more people coming.
All right, man. Hey, but Larry Frank, man, go back there and play that piano, man. Let me check you out, man.
You want me to get my Barry White on? Girl, there's something wrong with me.
All right, man. I'm going to holler at you.
All right, man. Levin's coming up pretty fast, boy. I'm looking forward to meeting all y'all guys, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All righty, brother.
All right, y'all take care.
All right, bye. Hey, it's Utah. Caller, state your name and where you calling from. Good culture, bro.
It's you talk, baby.
Come on.
This It's Kyle Stallings, man. 954 straight.
There he is.
Look at this. Florida in the
I'm in the
building.
goddamn building, man. Hey, man. Hey, I deactivated my page because I mentioned a few months ago I was supposed to be having surgery on my neck. That's why I can't come to your show in November. Remember we talked about that?
Yeah.
I had surgery yesterday, man.
How you feeling?
I feel like it's Utah, baby. Ain't feel no better, right?
That's what's up. Let me hit it for you one time.
It's you talk, baby.
That is.
Yeah, I just came home. Today, man. I'm in Lickadale right now at my sister's house, sitting back watching the St. Thomas game on TV. They're playing against Dillon.
Good deal.
Playing against Dillon. What the score is now, bro? St. Thomas was winning 17-6 at halftime. In the third now.
Yeah.
Anyways, though, we talking Miami football now. What's going on, baby? What's going on?
Man, you tell us, man, what you want to see tomorrow, man. What's your thoughts, man? Like, it's been a minute since we spoke to you, man, Kyle. So what you want to see tomorrow, man, out of our Canes against the University of Miami? I'm sorry, the University of North Carolina tomorrow.
Just going back to last week, man, guys been prepared and focused from the jump. You know, that's what's gonna start the show off. You got to be prepared. You know, like they say, you get words that they underestimated the team. They didn't look at too much film. They thought the team they thought they could just show up and play. And you know, like Mario said, it's on him. Yeah, it's on you, but goddamn, it's on the players too. Just like Jay Blaze said, on the players too. They got to come ready to play. I don't need no coach to hype them up. You D1. You playing on TV. You got to at least, okay, if you don't have the right game plan, your effort at least should show.
Right.
I mean, you know, so that's from the jump now. But at the same time, you got to understand, too, Miss Tennessee State had some D1 players on there. You know, a lot of people didn't know that receiver that ran that deep route on DJ Ivy, that joker run a 10-2. Nobody knew that. They didn't scout. Them analysts, they didn't scout these guys right.
Mm-hmm.
They just took the week off and went to Prime 112 down there at Southeast and ate good steaks and stuff all week instead of getting to their books on this damn team.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They had two speed burners on the outside, running 10. One run a 10-2, other run a 10-5. Mm-hmm. That's faster than anything North Carolina got. Mm-hmm. That's why you hear some people say, "Hey, this defense might be all right this week." They ain't facing the same type of stuff. Yeah, they got Downs. Downs killed Miami last year. But that was all scheme that he blew up. I think the defense. I think Coach. I'm about to say Larry Strong. I think Coach Strong and Coach. I think Coach Strong and Coach Steele.
Yep.
I think their defense game plan be a lot better because one, Coach Steele know a lot about Mac Brown. He coached with him quite a few years. He coached with him before. So he'll know his offensive scheme a lot better. It won't be nothing for me. It won't be nothing new like Middle Tennessee State. I don't even think none of these coaches have ever played against Middle Tennessee State before. Mm-hmm. These not the OC. And I think they get things back together. You know, TV. I ain't gonna call TVD Tyler. I'm gonna call it that by first name because he ain't playing like TVD now. I think he'll get things back together. You know, like you got the insider on your group page right now. I'm sure you heard that they may run some familiar plays that Tyler used to, which I hope they do. But as long as they're saying this Gaddis offense, it doesn't fit Tyler. It doesn't fit him, you know. And then I think that, you know, just like Coach Hayes said on his show, I want to say it's Coach Hayes or it might have been on Footballville. One of the guys comment on there. Got to think about it. You got Gaddis, and you got Pumps. Those two guys are wide receiver coach. Ain't nobody no real quarterback coach. Ain't nobody no real quarterback coach. Gaddis riding off there. Oh, I was a co-officer cutting at Alabama. We ain't call shit. The damn dude at Michigan State did the play call. Then with the Michigan, yeah, you was the OC, but you ran his goddamn plays that he game plan around all week. You just knew what the fuck to run.
Good point.
That's why they say. That's why Michigan fans say he garbage the OC. Ponce ran that gimmick
gimmick stuff at App State, but that was a system put in place by Satterfield already. Just think about it.
Yeah.
Or the guy, who coached for Satterfield? Was it Pitino? Who was for Satterfield? Because the system was already in place. Everybody just moved up from OC, quarterback coach, OC, and everybody just moved up. So I don't think Punk's the man either. Not for Miami. Not no quarterback coach. Maybe though. But see, you can't be always a coordinator and don't be the quarterback coach. That's Miami's big problem right now. Is how you gonna be the OC and you don't oversee what the fuck the quarterback do. And then your OC receivers ain't dropped shit last year. Now they can't, like I said, they can't catch a cold now. But you can't fire a wide receiver coach because you're also the coordinator.
Yeah.
Mario fucked it up with this damn money, throwing that money at him, trying to hold on to him, so gave him an extra slot. That bitch ain't good at me. He ain't good at the OC. Hell, he ain't good at the fucking wide receiver. How hard can it get when you got Henry Ruggs, John Riddle, and all them other? How hard can it get to coach them 5-star guys who was all first runner? How hard can it get? How hard can it get?
Well, you on live tonight with Kyle Stalling.
It's Utah, baby.
Luck ain't on that goddamn juice tonight. Luck ain't on.
Come on, Kyle.
He's coming hard.
Hey, go get some juice, man. I want to hear you on the juice.
Yeah.
I can't get on the juice. I'm on the juice, all right. It's Percocet and oxycodone.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. We're going to wait till you healed up.
I was down there, man, because I got tickets for the game tomorrow, but I can't even give them away right now.
Ooh.
And I don't want you to give me anybody. I don't want nobody to sell them.
And that was supposed to be one of the big home games this year.
I'm actually go to the game. So I think I'm about to eat them. My brother-in-law and my nephew normally take my tickets when I don't go over here. We having a big event tomorrow for all the cousins.
Okay.
All the first cousins kicking it tomorrow. So, you know, a little backyard boogie. You know how we do it down here in the dirty South. You know, so dog good. So Florida State y'all coming down for Florida State game?
That's the plan, but I think that's the week before. Is that the week before the bash?
Before the bash.
Yeah. I may not. I planned on, man, and I don't know yet, man. I don't want to say it too, because I know he's listening, man. Because shout out to MB, man, Mr. Brad. So he wanted us down there, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get down there. So shout out to MB.
We'll talk offline.
Yeah. We'll talk offline.
I call you that friend.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't know yet.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it. You know, I always got 2 tickets.
Okay.
We'll talk.
Okay.
We'll talk. But anything for me, man. I just want to throw my voice out there. You know, Jay Blaze did all the talking. He pretty much laid it out for the night.
Oh, that was JD. That was Jamal Davis. Yeah. Your Blaze ain't called yet.
Your boy,
I want Blaze to call.
Yeah, that was my partner. Yeah.
I want Blaze to call because
he laid it out, man. He laid it out. But they should do a good job tomorrow, man. You know, closing. They should TVD. He should. I think this will be a game if we hit bounce back. I think they'll open up. Like Mario said earlier this week, you know, some things got to change around here.
Yeah.
Offensive player, he ain't just talking about the play. He talking about the coach too. He was talking about Gaddy, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
On that press he had on Monday or Tuesday. That press he had, he was talking about Gaddy. He wasn't necessarily talking about the defense.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, the defense can't put TVD in a bad situation. You know, what would the field flip and TVD get the ball inside the 20? You can't talk like that. You get a penalty or holding call. Now you inside the 10. All the play calling is different then. So a lot of blame don't really go on TVD. But then again, you got to look at it too. The receivers going out, they out 10 yards. They still looking up the field to turn their fucking head. I don't understand that shit. That's the wide receiver coach. What the fuck he's doing? Who is this wide receiver coach? Just sorry as OC again. Everything every almighty miscues on offense looking right at his damn face right now. The play calling. The receivers that's dropping the ball, they weren't dropping that bitch last year. Romelo was touching shit all over his neck and every damn thing, wasn't he? George was catching everything. We would think George, number 15, we thought he'd be having a big year this year. It wasn't Restrepo supposed to be the man and somebody. It supposed to be George supposed to step up. What the other dude name? Number 0, what's the other one?
Oh,
Joe
Brashard
Budden.
Smith.
Brashard
Brashard
Smith.
Smith.
Keyshawn.
Yeah.
Melo
Come on,
Brinson.
man. These guys weren't dropping shit last year. Now they can't catch a cold.
They might be thinking too
They
much.
need to hurry up and start being consistent. That's for sure.
Mario need to fire him and go get him another OC that run that wide open offense. Because you can run TVD can go to the league. We can still run the wide open with Jake the Snake.
Yep.
We'll be all right, man. Mario gonna get your championship, but we already know he won't get to it with TVD. We already know it's gonna be Jake. It's gonna be Jake. Jake gonna be the man to get us that. Then them sorry ass, soft ass defensive players we got, like James Prince, all them guys, they asked me to go too. I don't know why everybody keeps talking about James with me. That bitch won't hit. I knew it come. I said it last year. He ain't that strong. I said it last year. He ain't that strong to me. I said when we first come out of high school, he ain't that strong because he big like a damn linebacker. He big like a defensive end, but he can't put his hand in the ground because he's not aggressive enough. You see how he be out there thudding hitting?
Mm-hmm.
He should be out there mollywopping them cats. But everybody always bounce off, and he's one of the main guys that miss tackles.
Yeah.
So I think this whole coach, this whole team is going. If you root for this team, die hard like we normally is, you'd be damn alcoholic this year. You'd be goddamn going to rehab for drug use. Because Mario's not going to be able to get these guys a place to get standards. These not the guys. I mean, I'm just saying these not the guys. I can be negative. I can be negative Nancy all I want.
Hey, what up? It's fakes, bro. We watching it. Your eyes ain't lying.
We tell it
We
real
done
over
said the
here.
same thing you said, bro. We take the criticism all the time. You just calling it how you see it, bro. It is what it is.
I mean, you got a couple of poodles. I ain't gonna call them dogs now, because dogs show up every week. It don't matter who it is.
Mm-hmm.
You got a couple poodles on the team. I think they should play Leonard Taylor. Fuck that 30-minute count. Play his ass the whole fucking game. Offense,
Come on.
Running down and passing down.
There's something.
Come on.
If they want to say he a 5-star, play him like he a 5-star.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The Saint, he a 5-star. Put his ass out there. Make him wear his pants. Make him wear his pants in the game. Make him wear his pants in the game. Make him shit on himself in the game. That's the only way you're gonna learn. Game time experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I ain't saying throw them freshman DBs out there, because I seen their ass in person. They look too fucking small to me.
You saw what one of them did last week.
Yeah. I got a question for him. I got a question for him. What are your thoughts on the rotation? Because we talked about that on the post-game show. Do you think they're rotating too many players, or do you think that they should just get the best out there and play them to get some?
Hey! Cut you out real quick. I got an incoming call coming. I got to get, but they need to stop the rotation though. All right, I'll get back with y'all later.
All right, Kez.
I pose that question to everybody, D. Larry, honestly,
it's Utah, baby.
Any of the next caller, because realistically, that's been one of the criticisms of the guys that I've been listening to. And it's been everybody that's covering the team. Is there not enough consistency, not enough flow into the game, and so forth? Because realistically, we had guys back in the day that would play, and we'd rotate some, but not wholesale changes like it's hockey. I mean,
right.
I don't know when that started like this, honestly, but it is what it is. And if that conditioning program is as good as it says, these guys should be ready to go 80 plays a game, honestly, or 60, something like that. That is facts right there.
Cola, you on. Good point, James. You on with you talk. State your name and where you calling from.
What's up, D? What's up, everybody? What's up, Larry?
Hey.
Congratulations. Happy anniversary.
Thanks, brother.
Flamingo.
Our brother.
One Flamingo. The truck is my location. Now, I got this little wagon for it northbound. You know what I mean? I'm headed to Chicago. But, yeah, fellas, I just wanted to call in and touch on some things. Larry, as to what you was talking about as far as, pulling TVD earlier in the game when he threw that pick six, I think that's when Coach should have pulled him right then.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But I guess it didn't matter, right? It didn't really matter. We got blown off the map. Did anybody else notice how, like, for some reason our players look confused confused the whole game. Everybody, DJ Ivy, right? Everybody hates on DJ Ivy. We know how his play has been his whole career, right? It's been up and down. He'll have some good games, and then he'll have some bad games. But has anybody take notice to how Stevenson has been playing? I think he's been burnt and roasted about the same amount of times as Ivy has this year.
Yes. He's
Preach.
regressed.
Yes. Preach.
Nobody's been talking about that. He muffed the punt, and then last game he got burnt in coverage. He got confused. It looked like he just got confused for a second. He tried to run the guy down. Here's my thing about North Carolina. With Manny, and Mac Brown, knowing how Manny has never been able to stop the run. So it was like, well, what do we remember with UNC? They're still running, right?
Mm-hmm.
If anybody remembers, UNC is still running.
Right.
They had about 1,000 yards on us. Manny's whole tenure at Miami as the head coach. I mean, in the 3 games or whatever. But no, I just think that I'm a little concerned with in the past. If you think back to 2001, right? Miami's always been known to run a pro offense, right? But a pro offense hasn't worked since 2001. And get this, our whole team went pro in 2001. Not just pro, but the majority of them went the first round. All right. Since then, since 2001, every coach that has come to the Miami Hurricanes has tried to run a pro offense and has failed. If you looked over in the graveyard since 2001, how many coaches are over there in the graveyard trying to force a pro offense? We could go with Rick. We go with Randy Shannon. We go with Al Gold. Coker got fired, but we know Coker wasn't even really the coach. Dan Enos. It wasn't until Lashley came along, but we wanted a change when Rick got fired from the old throwback leather helmet pro offense that these coaches are running. I just feel like when Mario came in, that's the question of the last caller. He was talking about how Josh Gaddis is garbage. And I wonder that myself. Why are we trying to go back to this pro offense that we haven't been able to succeed in since 2001? And every single coach has failed since 2001 trying to run a pro offense. I don't get why Mario, and I don't know if Mario wanted to go back to the old Miami or if he was trying to tailor the offense around what he thought and what he saw and what we had in TBD or Tyler or Jake Garcia, and figured that we got the quarterback to run a pro offense. But the only bad thing about a pro offense is if you don't have, and I'll say pro players, but even though we're in college, I'm saying pro players because if you don't have pro players at every position, a pro offense isn't going to work. So why do we continue trying to force this pro offense when we know, okay, so you have a quarterback, but you don't have an offensive line? It's not going to work. Or you might have a quarterback in the line, but you don't have the receivers or a running back. You get what I'm saying? And then each year in a pro offense, you face adversity, right? So, you might say, man, we got the quarterback, we got the line right, we got the receivers, but now all we need is the running back to make everything work, right? And then next year it's like, oh, man, we lost our line. Now next year it's like we're running the pro offense. Oh, man, if we just had a line. So, if you're going to face adversity, that's why these coaches have gotten up with the times, don't run pro offenses anymore. They build a tailored offense around the abilities and the strengths of their players, which, now this is what I'm going to touch on. That's what we were told all season, right? We were told Gaddis was preaching that, we're going to install this offense around our players' strengths and abilities, and what do we get? Is that what we got?
Nope. No, sir.
Don't look like it to me, one.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And then what did he say in his press conference after just during this bye week? We're gonna have to change some things. We're gonna have to create some ways to get to form it around our players' strengths. It's like, coach, That's what I thought we were supposed to be getting. I thought that's what you did all offseason. What happened? So you know, I don't know if it's Mario. I don't know if it's Gaddis. I do know Mario's the head coach, and I do know that the pro offense is Miami's natural offense when you have the players, right? And so, you know, I don't know who to place the blame on. I'm not going to place the blame, but obviously, we ain't running the right. I don't really care for it. I think we should go to a more spread offense, so like things like Marshall, App State, Memphis, you know, teams like that run until we acquire the players and it all comes together. Then you can work yourself back into a pro offense. But you know, even the last caller, he was talking about Josh Gaddis being the wide receivers coach. Yeah, it don't make any sense to me, man. It doesn't make any sense to me when you have receivers, right? So if you watch our receivers, yeah, they get open from time to time, but then they drop passes from time to time. And then also, if you pay attention, they overrun routes. They don't run routes properly, right? It's like okay, if I'm the coach and I tell the player to run this route, he's gonna do what I say, right? But it's common sense. Like, listen, man, if you see you might break the route, start short, or you might if you're gonna run, you're not gonna run to the out of bounds line, run all the way over there, and then expect the quarterback to throw it to you. No, just stop, wave your hand, just sit down in the route. That you have to coach these kids. It's almost like coaching a program. You know, that's how they run in their routes. It's like a program. No, it needs to be custom. It needs to be customized. You know, it's like what is the wide receiver coaching our wide receivers to do? So I mean, I agree with the last caller in that aspect as well. You know, doesn't make any sense. But you know, these are the things that I feel like I feel like that Miami has suffered from over the years. We get these coaches that come in and continue to do the same thing that the last coach did, or the coach before that coach. The mentality, you know, this I don't understand, man. I don't understand. I just wanted to have you guys, you know, as to the pro offense. Is that what you expected coming into the season?
I'll go first.
Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah. One fly, I'm going to say it like this, and I say it all the time. The game has changed. Pro-style offenses are a thing of the past. Now, you may have some elements of a pro-style offense, but you don't have a offense that's 100% run, ground and pound. You don't have that anymore. You got mobile quarterbacks.
Right.
You spread the receivers out.
Right.
You got quarterbacks that may not be the best passers, but they got some elusiveness and some rushing ability. You got a mixture of that. And quite frankly, TVD's strong suit was in a spread offense last year. That's where he was money. That's where he became a Heisman candidate in the top 5, top 10 draft pick. So you basically, to me, I think he regressed because of the offense, the scheme. Because now you're asking him to do things that he hasn't been doing since he got the job after the King injury last year. And I'm looking at a comment right now by Mr. Cannon. Jeff Grimes is a great choice. I'm going to give you somebody that would have been a great offensive coordinator, but I know Mario wouldn't have touched him. Nobody would have touched him, but you could have gave him $2 million, and he would have came here and paid immediate dividends. Why not Art Browse? Yep. That's who I would have went for.
You like him?
I love Art Browse. You saw what he did at Baylor.
Yeah.
Just bring him in here to concentrate on the offense. Dude, with what we got, 45 points a game, easy.
I'll throw something on that, Larry, real quick. You know, with the amount of coaches that are on the staff that are, I kind of call them like the redeem team. Like, you know, Charlie Strong had something to prove. Steele, all these guys got fired. Bryles, this would have been a great opportunity for him to, you know, get back in.
Right.
I agree with you on that one, man.
Right. I know a lot of people wouldn't have liked it, but the hell with liking it or not. What happened. And to my knowledge, I don't think he had any direct stuff with it. It was just stuff that happened under his watch at Baylor.
Mm-hmm.
But if you found nothing on him and convicted him or nothing like that, okay, so morally he was wrong. Well, come on, man. Blackball him from coaching because of that?
All I know
I
is,
think
yeah, to answer the question, no, I was expecting a balanced offense. I mean, absolutely got to run the ball. That's something we've not been able to do the last few years. I mean, when you can't pick up 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1, that's absolutely unacceptable. Not at this program.
Right.
But absolutely, you do tailor to the strengths that you have, be balanced, be able to run the ball and pass the ball around. I'm almost under the impression, I'm not trying to make excuses, so please do not take this that way. I would have been curious, and we got to go with what we got now. I would have loved to have seen Trevante Citizen if he had been healthy the whole year. And I know what you're saying, true freshman, but this guy had the goods. And you have a guy, you don't have him. You know, will he be back from that knee injury? I don't know. But I feel that they looked at the team, didn't really see much on the receiving core other than X, honestly, and wanted to basically tailor to the strengths of the running backs. And then your running back started falling like flies, unfortunately. And then they had to try to do something else. And I just don't think they've got the talent to run what they want to run. However, if you've got something there, then you got to do something to make these changes. The other point, too, and Jay Blaze said it, and that comment, I mean, if it could be permanently stood up there, was Gaddis really Mario's first choice? I don't believe so. And realistically, I think the pendulum swung the wrong way when Georgia took the receivers coach he originally wanted here. Yep. And I would have loved to have seen what he would have done, honestly, because he came with him from Oregon. Georgia threw him a bunch of money. Georgia's receivers are doing absolutely amazing stuff over there, honestly. And it's pretty much the same guys from last year. In fact, one of their better ones hightailed it to Alabama. And realistically, Andy Jean committed because of that wide receivers coach and then decommitted, but Georgia didn't think Andy Jean was good enough there, and that's why he's committed to Florida. And sadly, you get Gaddis, who thought he was going to get the Michigan job if Harbaugh had, taken the NFL gig. And Gaddis, a lot of people questioned, why did he make a lateral move? And you're right. You've got an offensive coordinator coaching receivers, and realistically, most OCs are also the quarterback coach. Mm-hmm. And I would have loved to have seen who turned down, and listen, I'm just going to throw this name out there. I don't even know if he was really in serious contention. I know he was all about the NFL, but Ken Dorsey, I mean, I know that everybody kind of made fun of that tantrum he threw, but I loved it. That's passion right there. And that guy refused to lose when he was here as the quarterback, when he was the guy. And I wonder if that OC from Buffalo that took the Giants job, had he not taken that and stayed the Bills OC, and Giants went a different route, does Ken Dorsey, is he our offensive coordinator right now? I mean, and who knows? What would he be doing with this offense? It's a fair question. Maybe he wouldn't have been the guy that needed to be here. There could have been criticisms of that. But right now we have Gaddis. And the thing is, hopefully he can turn it around. But I will tell you this. If Mario's as tough of an ass as he is and so forth, and the guy's not doing the job that needs to be done, I hope that he hands him his pink slip, and gets the guy that needs to be here. Or like Larry and me have talked, maybe Gaddis takes the Georgia Tech job and the answer resolves itself and we get the guy that needs to be in here. So, but to answer your question, no, it's very disappointing what the offense was. Going into this year, the offense was supposed to be the strength. The defense was the ones with questions. And up until MTSU 2 weeks ago, realistically, they've both been the defense was a strong point, and then it was a disappointment against what happened against MTSU. And the offense, with the exception of Bethune-Cookman, has been a disappointment. So absolutely, we're not getting what we're getting.
Yeah, so Gaddis comes in, and I could be wrong, but I'm thinking along the lines of Mario. He knew what he wanted, and basically, I think it was when he watched over film and looking at DVD and his numbers last year and what he accomplished. I really think that he thought that he had more than what he thought, than what he really did as far as talent goes. Lastly was very creative in how he was able to utilize our players, and I think that Mario may have called for the pro offense, thinking that, basing on things on last year, looking over things, saying, okay, this is what we got, but we can work with it, bringing in the staff that he brought in, we can make it even better, and then it would be, okay, cool, yeah, pro offense is great, but I just don't think it worked out the way they thought it would, if that makes any sense.
It does.
Perfectly so.
Plus, like you guys said, we did lose that. We lost Cheney, and my goodness, yeah, I think we all would have loved for Citizen to be healthy, right? I mean, man, he looked like he was going to be something, in the making there. But as far as North Carolina game, it's tough. I feel like Mac Brown isn't stupid, right? Mario's a line guy, a line coach. Our defensive line is one of our strengths as far as how deep we are. And yes, I do believe it's good to rotate guys. I played a little bit on the defensive line when I was young, right? Because of my height advantage. I was a little taller than some of the other guys, right? So there was times I played D tackle. And I'll tell you what, man, you when you're on that field and there's no timeouts called and the play's going on, man, you get tired very quick. The guys on the line get wore out, no different than the guys, DBs and whatnot. So having depth at the D line isn't a bad thing. I think that's a good thing. Now, as far as rotate guys, when they rotate them, I don't know what to say, And I think they kind of were confused. Our coaches were confused as to what happened last 2 weeks ago against MTSU due to our players just dropping the ball. Like, you had Stevenson, who was he just blew recreation. The guy got beat deep. He tried to catch him, couldn't catch him. Cam Kitchens, he got, he's just a young safety. He got. It was a good play design. He kind of let he went to the closer receiver in front of him, and then we got burnt deep. You can't do that, and I think that's just a young mistake. It's just stuff. It was a good play design. And then, yes, Ivy got roasted. And I just feel like, you as a coach, when you're coaching, and you coach your players on what to do, and they got it in practice, and then you go to the game, and they just have a meltdown. Kind of like it confuses you as what do you do, right? What do you do? And then it's like we're trying to win the game, and, yeah, I could put in another guy, but he's known to get burnt too. So it's like pick your poison. What do you do? So I think our coaches are kind of confused as well. And who do you blame, right? So it's like if I coach you to do something, you're doing it in practice, and you go out in the game, and you just completely do something different. I mean, what? I mean, who's to blame? You know what I mean? I just I don't know, but I just think that Drake May so far this year, it's like and I how came into college, it was like you saw everything, right? But I think this in that aspect in Sam Howell, I mean, now I'm not arguing Sam Howell's in the league, but I'm just saying that Drake May's got a bright future ahead of him, and there's no denying the fact that that he's very confident, and the kid can throw the ball on the. So when you look at if you watch some of the reviews about the game, they were interviewing UNC's defensive coordinators and such, and they were talking about how the last several games, our secondary hasn't been great, and they said that during the bye week, you would think that great coaches would have our play. That's not going to happen all year, that eventually we'll get better. Well, I disagree with them. It's like, no, I think they're going to come out and they're going to try us. Why would you, right? Why would you? You got young safeties and you got cornerbacks that aren't proven. Mm-hmm. It's so I mean, you got this quarterback in Drake May, which is a future NFL, pretty soon to be a Heisman candidate. I mean, the yards he's putting up, I mean, the numbers he's putting up is phenomenal. I mean, you can't deny it. So I guess it's a toss-up for me. It's 50-50, but I don't think it's going to be like the previous years where they beat us on the ground like they used to. I think they got a quarterback now, a real deal quarterback. And not that they didn't in Sam Howell, but we just didn't have the right defensive coordinator and the head coach, you know, I mean, come on, that's Manny's MO is not being able to stop the run, and Mac Brown proved that throughout the years. So I think it'll be a different game plan, a different scheme of things for Mac Brown this year. But I guess we'll see, right?
Yeah,
most definitely.
Yep, we will. It's all on tomorrow.
But anyway, I give some other people a time to get on the mic. Hey, fellas, you have a good evening. I'm gonna stay tuned here, and again, happy anniversary to y'all guys, Frank, Steve.
Appreciate
love
it.
Thank
you
you,
guys,
man,
man.
Flamingo. Man, love you too, man. We
Much
appreciate
love,
the
bro.
support.
Great
Thank
call.
you very much, brother.
Be careful on that road.
I'll talk to you. All right. Go Canes.
Go
Okay.
Canes.
Okay.
One fly.
Y'all later.
It's you talk, baby.
3 great calls in a row.
One Flamingo. Oh my God, man.
They
That was a
killing
great
it
call.
tonight.
Great
They are.
call, man.
They have
Listen,
every
y'all, I
right.
gotta get Blaze in here next. Blaze next, man. And I'm gonna take everybody call. As much as it's man, but we done been going for an hour and 15. I'm trying to get everybody, as many people as we can.
Hey,
So.
hey, tell me a certain 305 number ain't showed up yet, because I'm trying to see what's happening, man. That 305 should have been in call by now.
You know, it's been ringing.
you
It's been ringing like crazy. Come on, Blaze. It's been ringing like crazy, man. So I don't know if Cuban done called yet or what, man.
Larry,
Yes,
you
sir.
worried about that 305 number? Where are the FSU cats? What happened to them? I don't see them in the chat.
Oh yeah, you
I
predicted
I
that.
don't
You
know,
said
man.
Wake Forest
You
were
called
at
him.
Where they at?
and you called that game.
And you know what? I still didn't win my parlay, but that Wake Forest part of my parlay, I eased it. I aced it, rather, man. That was easy money right there. Yeah. Hey, FSU, where y'all
You
at?
can
That's
let
it.
them chat. Right.
Hey, what's
Yeah.
up,
FSU go
Blaze?
It
Blue.
was
I'm
pretty
waiting on you,
ordinary
Blaze.
yesterday.
Mr.
Yeah.
Lenore's Murray, man. That's my guy, man. What's up, Mr. Lenore's? There you go, man. I'm finna bring Blaze in here.
Hey, can I say this
803,
real
call
quick?
back after Blaze. I got you, man. It's you talk, man. Blaze, what it do, man? This your family, man. What's going on, big dog?
What's going on? What's up, fellas? What's happening? All right.
What's
Whoa.
You talk.
Cuban
going
Can? You
on?
next, man. Hold up at the Blaze, Cuban Can. You already know. Come on, man. Talk to us, man. Blaze, how you doing tonight, brother?
Yeah, say what's up. All right. I'm just listening to the callers. A lot of great points, you know.
Yes.
And I'm watching your show. I mean, we all passionate about us getting back to where we was, and man, it's been some time. But I gotta say, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, these growing pains, man. You gotta realize that Mario. First, it took some time to find a head coach. We didn't know who was getting Lane Kiffin. We didn't know who was getting Mario. We didn't know who was getting. But when Mario did come, you know, he hit the ground running. You know, his thing is recruiting. You know, and it's a lot that he had to get established. You know, he coming in and he had to put a staff together. You know, we got the defensive coordinator, and then, you know, we finally got the OC, you know, AOC. Let me say that. And we got more staff. He hired a lot of analysts. You know, you got to realize there's a lot of experience in the coaching room, man. It's a lot, and finally the alumni supporting the coaching staff like it wasn't with when Manny was there, and the alumni is there. It's a lot of great positive things that took place. Alonzo Highsmith there. You know, we got a new administrator, you know. I mean, it's a lot of great things that take place, and it's building blocks. You know, each season is going to be building blocks, and what we should be comparing really is each season going forward. Are we moving in the right direction? You know, now we got the coaching staff, you know, Mario trying to get the players together, you know, in recruiting, which he does well. But I'm going to tell you, winning consistently, you know, that's going to help out a lot in recruiting, because these kids really cater to a real winning team. They want to be on a winning team, you know, and it's going to take time for that to take place. Now, you know, I look at this season, you know, we got bits and pieces, and people talk about the scheme. They talk about the play calling. They talk about the time clock management with Mario. I mean, it's so many different things you can point the finger at.
but it takes time to identify, evaluate, make corrections, and then it also people got to understand execution play a big part when it comes to coordinating. Players on the field executing the play they designed to play. If the receiver's not running the right depth, if the protection is not there, because in that Middle Tennessee game at the last minute, Zion didn't play, so they had to shuffle the offensive line around. That messed with the chemistry and protection, and it messed with the quarterback's head because he feels uncomfortable. And then it's just like a domino effect. So a lot of things, I watch. I'm gonna tell you one thing. If y'all can do, if you can watch Lonzo Highsmith when he talked to the team, it takes a team effort. It really do. It really takes everyone playing their part, taking ownership of what they supposed to do and execute and do what they supposed to do. And you can't do nothing without protection. You can't do nothing without tackling and blocking. Executing the play. So a lot of things is taking place behind closed doors. You got, like I said, you got experience. You got Charlie Strong, Kevin Steele on the same coaching staff in the defensive room. You got a lot of analysts. You even got great high school coaches that's analysts. It's a lot of experience, and they see what's going on, but you got to give time to make corrections. But where we are, we've been since 2001, where we are as a fan base, we so into winning right now. We run it right now. We got great high hopes for our team. We wanted to dominate. We want to get back to where we are, because it's embarrassing not even being in the top 25 or even in conversation. And losing to teams like Middle Tennessee and these FIU, all these teams. It's heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I always say dwell on the positive things. Look at the building blocks that we got. If Josh Gaddis not the OC, then of course Mario gonna make the correction. Remember, we got a coach that's alumni, that's passionate about UM. He a warrior. He wants to make the right moves, right things, and I'm sure he's learning too, because there's some time clock management he needs to correct too, and with himself. So the coaching staff has to come together in jail. The offensive line has to come together in jail. It's a lot. The receivers, the DBs, everybody. It's a team effort, like Lonzo say. And I ain't gonna keep talking. I'm rambling, but just know in the beginning of this season, it took time for each building block to take place. And we was going into spring game, and things was moving fast. And you remember that time where everybody kept asking, who's the OC? Well, we need an OC. We OC. And I'm pretty sure that behind closed doors, we don't know this in true to heart, but I'm pretty sure maybe Gaddis wasn't his first choice. Maybe it was someone he really wanted, but didn't come. So, we got Gaddis, Remember, OCs, they can change their philosophy. I just think OCs change their playbook, scrap the whole playbook and just develop and design a whole new play. I done seen OCs do that. And again, we look at one person. Remember, we got an experienced coaching staff that's happening. But you also have to look at the players on the football field. Execution mean a lot. And you can't teach effort. I'm going to tell you that. Passion and effort, that team Middle Tennessee, they was hungry. So you got to have when you say a dog that's going to bite, that's hungry, that's going to knock a helmet off, that's going to put snot in your nose, that's what you need. You need somebody that's hungry, that's going to do these things, and passionate, that they really care and want to win. You know what I'm saying? Just like Gilbert Bryson was on the sideline bringing the team together. You need everybody to be on that same page, and have that attitude. But see, we watching it. You might not have that right now. The only way that's going to come is winning consistently. We ain't going to get back to where we are until we start winning consistently and recruiting and getting the right players, Mario type, Miami type players, type players on the field. You know, but I look at this was a positive season because a lot of positive, great pieces is in place right now. As far as coaching staff wise, as far as administrative staff wise, they finally dumping money into the program. I mean, it's a lot of positive things in 2022 is taking place. Now I'm gonna say this right here, and this is my last piece. We just played 4 games. We was 50-50 with it. We won 2, we lost 2. But none of them games, they was all out of conference games. And those games that we played, we had high expectations. You know, what we look like, what we're going to be like, because we love the coaching staff. We love what's going on behind closed doors, being a great practice player. But you got to be a player on the field. You got to bring it on the field. You know what I'm saying? And we about to go into this 8-game run. We came off a bye. Now, I don't think Mario is like Manny coming off a bye. I don't think that. Mario got too much pride, too much warrior. He's going to make some corrections. It's too much experience in that coaching staff to make and let us fall like that. So I believe we definitely going to be competitive going into these. We got 8 games, 1 game at a time. This ACC run, which ACC is in conference games. So we have to take 1 game at a time. Not saying we're going to win the ACC, but I'm saying we got to build on pieces. The coaching staff getting to learn the players in film work and what they do in live games. Everybody learning each other. They call it growing pains. We going through growing pains, but we moving in the right direction. I'm telling you, we moving in the right direction. We got the right pieces. Just look at this season as a positive building stone. And hey, man, if we do good, hopefully we get a bowl game. Hopefully, you know. But hey, let's look at this. To give Mario time. I'm tired of moving from coach to coach all the time. If we got Mario, we got Mario. You know, and if we got to make a correction with one coach, you know, we got to do that. Whatever it takes to start winning consistently. That's the key. Winning consistently. And I don't care if we win by 1 point or 70 points. I don't care about the amount of what we win. I care about domination, how we play. I care about winning. That's the only thing. And just like your boy that passed away with the Raiders, what he say? He just said, just win, baby. Just win.
Al Davis.
And that's going to answer a lot of questions.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. Preach.
What else you got for us, Blythe?
That's it, man. Hey, man. Hey, just y'all, you know, make sure everybody going to take physical. Prayers to the families that's suffering right now, going through, you know, the tragedy that with the storm Ian. I mean, it's a lot of people, man. They suffering and you know, they lost everything, and you know, we gotta start supporting our families, man. Be around, spend time with them, because life is precious. You know, I know this year I can share with everybody. I lost my mother, and now my dad's just been diagnosed with a stage 4 prostate cancer. So it's a lot. You know, be with your family members, man. Be around them, and you know, spend time with them, because life is precious and memories are precious. So,
amen.
That's what I gotta say, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all take care.
Love you
And
too.
we love
Back
you,
at
brother,
you,
man.
Much
Thank
love.
you, man,
Love you back.
for your support, your day one support. Thank you, brother. We love you.
Oh yeah. Go get physicals, man. Check yourself out. You know, get physicals. Take care of yourself, and take care of your family. You know, and your friends. Y'all take
Most
care,
definitely.
man.
You too,
All right,
Blaze.
man. You be good.
Come on, D Drake.
It's you talk, baby.
Something I got to do better at, man. He just said a mouthful. That always hit home, man.
Yeah, it does.
Definitely, man. As black men, men in general, do not like to go to the doctor, and I'm one of them. So that's something that
And I'm
I have
another
got
one.
to take heed, for real.
For sure.
Seriously. Who that fool was in the chat that
E.
all them
Taylor,
had me,
man. E.
man,
Taylor
laughing at
had
Joe
me
and
hollering.
who
Man.
was that?
E.
Was
Taylor,
that E?
bro. E. Taylor.
He
E.
said the
Taylor.
man had the pins on or
He
something.
said
What
he had pull-ups on it, man. He had
Oh,
pull-ups. I mean, I'm still trying to get over. I'm still trying to get over Kevin Steele. I'm still trying to get over Kevin Steele as the other caller. Yeah, I'm still trying to get over the other caller off the other show last week saying he had a bib around his neck eating Gerber food. I'm still trying to get off of that. I've been watching that clip for the last week and a half. Now you got pull-ups on the man, bro. Come on.
one fly flamingo, he a whole fool, but he over there about to make me laugh. But I'm already
Because he saw it, man. All four of us, man. We listening to Blaze. Blaze bringing some heat, bringing good points. But E. Taylor had all of us trying to hold our sides in, bro. Because I know I tried, man. But
I tried,
man,
too.
I couldn't help
Hey,
it. That pull-up
202. I'm
comment.
gonna get you, man. I'm gonna get you next 202. I gotta get D Drakeford, man. I gotta get 803 a chance to get in here. 202. I'm gonna get you right after D Drake, man. Y'all got some good calls tonight. It's the People Show. I told y'all, man. We taking the calls tonight, man. Come on, D Drake. I'm gonna hold it a little while longer for you before I get 202
And I
in.
don't know if people don't realize this, but Mario is 5-0 after a bye week as a head coach.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's undefeated after a bye week, so that could be a good thing.
Hey, can we talk about that real quick? Can that be a point for tomorrow that we actually come out prepared? We had 2 weeks to prepare for an opponent, and don't look like absolute shit tomorrow.
Well, that's how D started the show. But you know how it works with us. We always look like bigger shit after the bye week. So
yeah, caca. I mean, that's what that is.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go out here and enjoy this party, man. I was on here as long as I can.
Most definitely, man.
Yes,
we'll
sir.
get with you, man, tomorrow. We'll get with you tomorrow,
All right,
bro.
brother.
I love you, man. You be safe, bro.
Love you
Talk to
too.
you
Have
tomorrow.
fun.
All right, bro.
Okay.
Be good.
That's our brother, man, Mr. George Diaz, y'all. Y'all got some good calls tonight, man. 202, I see you, baby. I'm trying to get 803 in, man. Mr. Drake, if you still on, man, come on and holler at us. Mr. Drake, for 202, you can go ahead and call back, man. I get you, man, and then I'll bring Mr. Drake for in after you call. So if you want to come on and call back, everybody got some good points tonight, man. We want to see some football tomorrow, man. We back, man. Lay off. Let's see how we look, man, when we come back.
I will say this, man. I hope that there was somebody that put a great post up about the heart, and so forth, and that MTS.
I think that was Mr. Cannon. That was a good one. Yeah, Mr.
it was a
Cannon
good
did
one.
that.
Yeah, he's been bringing it tonight in the chat. Realistically, though, I agree with Cuban. You don't lose to MTSU. I don't know what the hell happened. There it is. Stop it. The last game was all about heart, and Manny's kids don't have it.
That's it.
Again, this is Manny's roster that Mario inherited. And again, should the analysts and the coaches have gotten prepared for like what was brought up by JD, that they had a 10-2 sprinter on one side, 10-5 sprinter on the other side? What's going on there? Why do you let the guy get behind you? And there's so many whys. But I guess my question to you guys is, what if we were 3-1 right now? It sucks we lost to Texas A&M. How would the fan base be feeling going into this game? We'd still be ranked, if you think about it. Maybe in the 20s.
They'd be confident, I think.
Yeah. I mean,
it depends on what the 3-1 look like, though.
That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. Was it another 30-7 effort?
My thing is, bro, just like with the offensive line, I think Ricky Dunn mentioned it. We didn't talk too much about the offensive line tonight as well. Like, you just don't know what team. Man, Frank, we talk about this all the time, man. You just don't know what team you're gonna see, who's gonna show up.
Yeah.
You can't get too overconfident. You don't want to get too low. But it's like, what about the consistency, James Freeman?
Yeah.
Right. When are we just gonna see some consistent football being played, man, on both sides of the ball?
Can I throw this out there? You're a GM. You love your Raiders. You love your Steelers, Larry. I love my Titans. But let me ask you this. Would we really draft Zion Nelson right now? I mean, is he going to show up this year? I know he had that surgery and whatever happened and everything like that. But even he's a game time decision tomorrow. You don't even have the 5 best O linemen out there right now playing. And if that's the best that it is, that's even a scary thought. Why do you think we've got Antonio Tripp and Tinalau and Maragoa? And listen, Okunlola, you can commit any time now, man. You're giving me. I mean, when he commits, I will feel really good about this O-line class because he's the missing puzzle at this point. All those dudes could come in there for playing time next year.
But to your credit, real quick, I like how you put that 3-1 because we could be 3-1 with the loss being the Texas A&M and having beat MTSU. But what would it look like if we were 3-0 coming out of A&M and still took that same loss a few weeks ago to MTSU? Then what would we be thinking?
Oh man, yeah, because that'd be devastating. That would be devastating. I think. I mean, this loss really did take the wind out of a lot of things. I mean, you've heard the recruits; they're solid, but man, those other teams were jumping like piranhas on these guys. Honestly, and anything to negative recruit that can't be. And I'm gonna tell you this: tomorrow, I don't want to put any more pressure on it than it is. But tomorrow's the whole season. I can't stress this enough, okay? Because realistically, this is a team that has been on a thorn on our side since 2004 when that little jerk kicks that field goal. And that 2004 team, lost some games on last-minute field goals that they had no business doing. Honestly, a team with Berlin and Gore and all that. I mean, it started there. And then you lose to him when Butch owned Randy during that time, if you remember. And I mean, Fedora, got one over on Richt in 16.
Yeah,
when
those
they
teams
had
with Giovanni Bernard on it,
Gio
him being
Bernard.
a Florida kid, burning us, So
What about the 2015 game where they were just absolutely clowning us in Chapel Hill? Honestly. They were, and I call it Chapel Hell because it really has been a little house of hells for Miami football. Better teams have gone in there and lost, and then and then they even come into Hard Rock and kick our butt there. So it's been disgusting. I'm tired of it. I mean, it's embarrassing to lose to the Dukes in football and the North Carolinas in football, honestly. I mean, those are basketball schools. Anybody will tell you they care only about basketball, I mean, and I'll make a point about this real quick. If Duke beat Kansas, game day would be at Durham, North Carolina tomorrow and not at Lawrence, Kansas for freaking SMU or TCU, whatever it is, against Kansas. I mean, the lamest damn shit ever. Tomorrow, honestly,
undefeated. Kansas undefeated.
And
at the beginning of October, before college basketball starts, who would have thought it?
Yeah. Who would have thought? A team that got drilled by that Division I AA school a couple of years ago, and I mean, they're going to have Bill Self on there and everything, all that crap tomorrow. It's just like it's just boring. I mean, it's like realistically, if we had taken care of business, it should be 4-1 North Carolina. 4-0 Miami, and game day should be down at Hard Rock Stadium tomorrow. That's what should be going on. So, yeah.
Well, let's see how it's going to play out tomorrow, man, you guys. So, we have been going for an hour and 37 minutes tonight. Wow. And everybody, you guys had great points, man. We appreciate you guys calling in. I'm going to let you guys give your departing words. So, Larry Frank, it's on you. Do your thing.
Yeah, as D said, I'm going to reiterate, man, some of the best calls we've had, great points driven home, and it just goes to show, man, how smart everybody is and they see what's going on. And look, man, tomorrow's a big game. We're all still stung from the MTSU loss, and, it's a new season. But if you had your expectations in check and not went above and over the board about national championships and ACC championships, my expectations were simple. I want to win the Coastal. If we can win the Coastal year one with what we have, then I know the future is bright. That's all I'm looking for, and tomorrow's the first step in doing that. Honestly, man, just want to come out tomorrow. I just want to see a different team. I want to see a desperate team. I want to see a team that's going to attack, a team that's relentless, and I want to see a team that's angry. I want to see a team that's angry at what happened, and I want to see them take it out on a team that's been a thorn in their side, as James has just mentioned, off and on for the last 18 years or so. So I'll give a quick prediction. Might not be a popular one, but I'm going to give one until I'm proven wrong, and I hope I am. I'm going North Carolina 45, Miami 31.
Great pick. Great pick.
Just being honest.
I mean, why would you go any other direction? Go ahead, Jay.
Real quick, why is Vegas even favoring us? Is it just the home? The home gets you 3 points. That's what I remember how they kind of do the betting lines. I mean, and you saw people on the Facebook group pages and things like that. Oh man, we're favored and everything like that. Well, we were favored by 26 points and we lost. It felt like by 26 points. Let's be real. To get to my final point, D, love you guys again. Congratulations and happy anniversary. This show is amazing. It's amazing to be a part of and talk Canes football with you guys and with the community, with the family. And great points, great calls all around. I can't stress it enough, guys. Tomorrow is the season, and like Larry, I had expectations to at least be in Charlotte. Be in Charlotte, probably playing against Clemson. And guess what? They've taken care of business on their side. And I know we're going to get one shot at them, and we're probably going to get the second shot because they've beaten the two teams that would have beaten them to prevent them from being there. So the point is, the measuring stick is how we do against Clemson twice. But you're not going to get that second opportunity if you don't take care of business tomorrow and then the following week and so on. I want to see a team that needs to come out pissed off. I see that video from a long time ago with Al Blades where they used to say hit stick, bust stick. Well, if anything, we've not done that in a long time. That's a relic of the past. And these guys realistically are just living in those shadows of those players. And honestly, they need to put the work in, and tomorrow we'll show who is it on the coaches or the players? The coaches have had 2 weeks to prepare. Tomorrow the players have to execute, and it starts up here in this chest. You've been railroaded and beaten and humiliated by this team. Used, thrown down for the last 3 straight years. The seniors have not known a victory against North Carolina. And I know there's not many of them, but you're really going to go out on your shield like that at home? Realistically. And I swear that TVD, I believe, will come through for us tomorrow. And my head is with you, Larry, 45-31 North Carolina. But my heart has Miami 35-28.
Well, I think I told you, Larry, last week. We spoke about it right after this. Right after the game happened with Middle Tennessee, I think I said 28-17 North Carolina. I think I'm going to stick with that.
Yeah, you did.
I picked North Carolina to win. I said 9-3 before the season started, either 10-2. So, hopefully we'll get the W, but we'll see. I'm gonna be in front of my TV cheering just like the rest of you guys. So let's see how it go. And again, we want to say thank you guys for the amazing support. 3 years, don't even seem like it, but thank all of you guys that's been supporting the show from day one. Cuban Kane, George Diaz, Larry Frank Jr., James Freeman. I tell y'all how special you guys are. Chat, y'all see them. They do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
They are great at what they do, and I appreciate each and every last one of them, and you guys as well for tuning in and supporting when it was nobody in that chat. When we only had 5 subscribers. 3 years, y'all. We building the show, and it's because of y'all. And that's why I call it the People's Show, because it's your show. We are fans just like you guys, and we love the commentary. So thank you guys very much from the bottom of our hearts. And we're going to try to go out here, man, and get this win tomorrow. So everybody have a safe weekend. And like I said, Ruben is going to come on sometime this week. I think it's going to be Thursday or Friday. They had the big game down there tonight. And I wanted to reschedule, wanted him to have a fresh mind for the night, man, going into that game. So we didn't really want to do nothing this week. So we changed the interview to next week. So I'll keep you guys informed this week on when we reschedule. So love all of you guys. Everybody have a safe weekend. Go Canes. We're going to come back on Monday night for the recap show. So let's get it, fellas. And we still partying November the 11th. It's getting close, y'all. So get ready. The bash is almost here. It's almost here, Frankie Dog and James.
And real quick, let me say something on that real quick. If they ain't winning too many games, that mean they got more hotel rooms because everybody ain't coming. So y'all better come on and get some of these extra rooms they gonna have. They ain't gonna have as many people in the city because you know the real fans are gonna be there, and the tailgaters are gonna stay in Miami cooking and tailgating and going home and being critical. So we the real fans, so be there.
Real quick, tickets drop
$20.
Real quick, tickets drop $20 with the combination of Georgia Tech firing their coach and Miami losing to MTSU. I mean, so you can get up close, real close, just to let you know. So yeah.
Listen here, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all know how we start every show, and y'all know how we end every show. It ain't no us. Happy 3-year anniversary, You Talk family. Without you, baby. And we truly mean that, man, over here, man. Everybody have a good night. Safe weekend. Go Canes, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's You Talk. Everybody take care. We love you guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
One time for the church, James Freeman, Larry Frank Jr.
Oh my gosh.
That's what he said with Kevin Steele and them Depends.
I'm out of here, man. I ain't messing with y'all.
It's U-Talk, baby.
But not a kid, Gucci for real, look at the tax. Best trap for line, look at the facts. If they ain't what you call me, shot in the distance. Push a little weight in my hood and then flex. I'm on the Nike shit for real, you niggas